morning, guys. We're here this morning at Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park for a track day. We're going to be hitting the main track this morning, pulling in behind a bunch of cars. Excuse me. I think there's another event going on this morning. In fact, there's actually a lot of that. Actually, when you come here, there's usually multiple events going on at the same time, so it might be a little traffic. No big deal. Generally, when you show up to one of these events, if you've never been to one, you need to enter the track, basically hit a registration area or at least a front desk area, and you're going to have to sign a waiver. You can never start one of these events without kind of taking care of the legal stuff, basically. So that's what we're doing right now. Once we go ahead and sign the waiver, then we'll go ahead and enter, and we have to set up a paddock area. Now, basically, essentially, a paddock area is just an area where you're going to go ahead and just leave your stuff. It's essentially kind of a fancy way for just basically calling it your parking spot for the afternoon. Generally, that's where you're going to leave your stuff, your chair to sit, your parts. If you're going to take the spare tire out of the trunk, that's where you're going to leave it. That kind of thing. It's essentially just your little small area in the parking area there. Once you set up the paddock, then essentially there's going to be a registration desk you're going to usually end up having to head to. Once you pick up your registration material, then you're going to need to wait for the driver's meeting, which is always going to go down basically. In the driver's meeting, they're going to go ahead and give you the kind of rules of the track, certain things to know, certain things to watch out for. A lot of times after the sessions, there's also what they refer to as download sessions, where you guys are going to sit and talk for a while as to what happened on the track, what was cool, what wasn't so cool, what went well, what didn't go so well, etc. And then basically, yeah, that's essentially how that's going to work. And then you're going to essentially get a track schedule. Once you get your track schedule, it's going to give you kind of your itinerary for the whole day. So you'll know exactly what times each group is going out, and that's going to be kind of the thing you're really going to need to keep an eye on during the day. Yeah, because that's basically, I mean, they run a very tight schedule. I mean, these guys will run this down to maybe like the 5-minute kind of period. So you have to be very, very on it. Always obviously have a watch or your cell phone, that kind of a thing. Because yeah, they will take off without you, and it's always nicer to be able to grid or head out on the grid and take a certain position that you might like. Some people like to run in the front, which I do. Some people like to run in the middle to kind of get better videos so they can get mixed up in the cars. And then some people with maybe a little bit less experience would prefer maybe to run to the back. It just depends on your comfort level basically, and then who you're running with. I tend to prefer to run in front. It does get a little bit more aggressive off the start. There's a lot of people trying to pass you, but if you grid in position 1, you tend to get less rock chips, because you're not following people at 120 miles, 130 miles an hour, and getting everything kicked up on your car. You also get cleaner laps, so you don't have people blocking your laps, you don't have traffic, that kind of a thing, which does get annoying because you are spending your money to enjoy yourself on the track. You don't want to get stuck behind a train of cars, excuse me, which does happen actually a lot. So it just depends. Obviously, if you're in the middle, the video comes out a little cooler basically, because you're chasing cars and there's cars passing and you're passing and that kind of a thing. Laps are maybe not as clean, so you're not going to be shooting for your best lap time essentially, because you're going to get held up. So but yeah, and then essentially once you come off the track and you do your time, for most beginners, essentially, not most, I would say every single beginner basically, there's going to be what they refer to as a download session. So there's going to be a classroom, bungalow, or some kind of group meeting area, and you're going to sit on the side, and you're basically just going to go over like I said, what went well, what didn't go well, that kind of a thing. And then again, watch your schedule and you head back out. After the beginner level, generally they don't do download sessions. Some groups do, most of them don't. I've done NASA and Pro Auto Sports, which we're with today. They usually don't do download sessions when you get up to the higher levels. In California, last month I was with the Speed Ventures group, which is the first time I've ever run with them, and they actually did do download sessions after every session for the drivers, so that was kind of cool. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video from today. Looks like we have a full group, some pretty cool cars here. In fact, the guy in the Corvette is a very cool guy. He's a friend of mine I see all the time. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video from today, and there's more to come. Thanks, guys.